You want me to escalate every time? Okay then, I work in customer services for my council, and because of the policies in my job, I have to be the bad guy frequently as I have to say no to people, and frequently, people want to speak to my manager because of this. I always refuse to escalate because I don't engage with adult tantrums. Whether you speak to me or the CEO, it's going to be a no, so accept it now and move on with your day to avoid further frustration. I recently got a new manager, and a couple of weeks ago, someone complained about me for refusing to escalate the call, and he agreed with them and told me that in the future, I should escalate the call if someone requests to speak to him. I explained to them that I don't escalate because it's pointless, as they'll also say no too, as it's a policy. I explained that speaking to someone just to repeat what has already been said is a waste of both their times and that I don't want to contribute to this. I want a manager view that people have, but he shut me down and told that whenever someone requests a manager, I must call him and see if he's free, and if he's not, I should email him their details and the issue, and he'd call them back that day. Cue malicious compliance. The second someone requested to speak to a manager / someone in authority, etc., I called him and asked him to take the call, and the first few times he took it. And then he suddenly became less free and started telling me to email him the details and he'll call back later. Later started to turn into the next day or later in the week. I battered him with the multiple escalations that I would have ordinarily refused over these past couple of weeks. As I was in the office, I could tell he was getting stressed because I could hear him on his escalation calls, and it was clear that he'd bitten off more than he could chew with dealing with these escalations, as the calls steered into them trying to get my no turned into a yes by speaking to him. He was getting flustered and telling people he'd speak to the managers in the other departments, and then he'd have to call them back to tell them that he's looked into it and it's a no, as I told them. Already on my call with them, in a complete U-turn, he emailed me today to tell me that I can go back to dealing with escalation requests the way I want to, and if someone raises a complaint, he'll back me up. He went from, "you must escalate," to, "please shield me," in the space of 2 weeks.